Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hunky Vape. I'm your host, DJ Alex, and today we're doing an unboxing and review of the SMOK ArcFox Kit. Ain't nothing to it but to get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, finally time to do the unboxing and review of the SMOK ArcFox Kit. Now, if you've been following me at all, you know my favorite and my all-day vape has been the SMOK Mag P3 paired up with the Arbiter. And this, to me, is the perfect combination. So, what I'm going to be doing today is getting this package finally opened up and find out if the ArcFox Kit is comparable to the existing setup that I have now. Alright, so here we have the front of the package, the side, the other side, and here's the back. Do we have anything sealing it? Here we go! Look at that. Beautiful blue finish. Got a nice blue leather. This rubber on the outside does feel kind of slippery. However, this is the Aegis and it gets the same way. So, not too shabby. What else comes in the package? Well, now, that's one way to do it. So we have USB Type-C cable. We have a spare bubble glass. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that coil. Holy moly. That is impressive. 0.15 ohms. 40 to 140 watts, best at 100 to 110. Just as a size comparison, here's the goon. Damn! That's the dual coil. Unbelievable. And we have our spare O-rings. Now, peripherals, battery safety, always a good thing to keep in mind. We have verification information to make sure you don't have a counterfeit product. And our user manual. Hot damn. There we go. She rolled away on me. This is the SMOK TFV18 Tank. 7.5 milliliters of capacity. I love it when they actually take into consideration how much juice a massive coil like this is going to use. Wow. So this one is 0.33 ohms, 80 to 140 watts, best at 100 to 110. And we have 3 openings on the bottom. Obviously, we need 3 openings for that massive amount of airflow. And they got blue O-rings on here. Look at that. Matchy, matchy. And then the top, you got to keep in mind now, folks, child-resistant compliant tanks are going to become a prevalence. Whether you like to deal with extra little buttons to get your tanks opened up or not, it's a reality. The protect the kids. All right. How about I take this tank? What am I going to fill this up with today? How about I finally crack open my Grape White from Lost Ark Liquids. And as you can see, it's 0 milligram because I don't need nicotine anymore in my vapes. Put that massive thing on there. Pop this open and give her a nice fill. I know, you're supposed to put a couple drops of e-liquid in the center of the coil. Well, let's find out how true that is. I am going to set this aside and let that juice soak up while we take a look at the battery compartment. Oh man, that is beautifully marked, positive and negative, color coded. I'm going to throw a set of Samsung 30Qs in here. That closes so much easier than the Aegis. When you go and close this, you got to push this down and push that little tab over. That was also one of the problems they had on the SMOK 18. And here's them side by side as a comparison. Look at that. We'll put the Aegis there. I'm going to put my Mag P3 there. And how about we'll take the Aspire Vrod. Now, side-by-side comparison. Nice side screen. Beautiful stitching. And this blue is not as shiny as you think it is. I like the fact that it's got that matching color that isn't like this one here. This one was really chromed and really shiny. And then against my existing Pinnacle, the Mag P3. Beautiful. Got a nice click to it, and it has, I wouldn't call it squishy, but it's definitely got a firm grasp and firm feel when you fire that. All right, what's the screen look like? Move this stuff out of the way. Let's zoom down in and take a closer look at the screen. Got a battery indicator at the top. It's set to power, 5 watts. Let's turn it up. Goes to 230 watts, Ron Robbins. All right. Up and down button. Locks the wattage in place. Change the color, pushing the side and the up button. I think I'm going to leave that one in the white. Now what happens when you push the fire and down button? Clear the puff counter. Alright. Three clicks gets into the menu. And we can check it for temperature control. Stainless steel. Let's throw some stainless steel coils on there. Goes up by 1 watt increments. Very nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time for us to give this thing a try. That is a cloud chucker. Ain't no doubt about it. I love how open and airy this tank feels. And I have to tell you, that grape white, man, it's got some beautiful flavor. Now, if we try and close the airway down, does it change the sound at all? Just a hair. Cut it down all the way, so it's just barely open. Definitely have some warmth to it. But running it wide open, if you have a flavorful juice, man, the flavor just pops in this. A nice grape like this, a nice fruit flavor, this thing does produce enough heat, even at 100 watts, to get that flavor to pop. Yeah.
You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know.
Well, I'm going to go try this thing out for a while and see how this thing works.
I was young and almost still care for the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love?
Hold on a minute. I think I need to do something. I need to turn the fan on and exhaust this out of the room. This tank is a cloud chucker.
What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's
Holy cannolis, Batman. Wait a minute. I said that in another video. I don't want to reuse content. Listen. I've been using this SMOK ArcFox Kit now for a good week. And during that week, finally gotten around to doing some work on the wife's car. Well, casualty of war, my SMOK Mag P3 that I love so much because it ain't the first SMOK Mag P3. I had one before, if you remember. Well, this one befell the exact same problem. I was working on the wife's car, working on the exhaust, changing the hangers, changing the flex pipe, bunch of stuff. I haven't worked on the thing in 5 years, so it's due. Well, it fell, and it cracked the screen. Just the corner of it. It still works. I'm going to use it on my desk. But I ain't taking it outside again, because if it falls again, I don't want the screen to get broke to the point where it's not going to work. I don't foresee that as being a problem with the ArcFox, because the screen is on the side. Oh, this fans need to get to work here. It's pretty cloudy in here. So anyway, getting back to the ArcFox. This thing is a cloud chucker. And if you love to chuck some clouds, or you love open airflow, because, man, that's the reason I love the Arbiter, because it's got open airflow. Well, the TFV18 has more airflow than the Arbiter. And I personally love it. But then again, I don't use nicotine, so it's not a big deal. But that might be a factor for you. If you're used to 6 milligram through a regular tank that just like makes an average amount of vape, and you switch to the ArcFox kit, that really chucks the clouds, well, you might get a high that you haven't felt in a long time. But I don't know, because I ain't using the Nick in here. But I'll tell you, the flavor from this Grape white that I've been using, that thing really, really pops in here. I've seen other people say that this thing doesn't have any flavor. And I've had that before in some of the SMOK tanks. But not this one. And I'm using a single coil because I like open airflow. Some people like restricted airflow. Like Mike Vape's Intake Dual. If you love that one, you're going to need to use a dual coil one in here. The dual coil that comes with the tank. Because this single coil, holy airflow. But it is delicious. I love it. Now, I'm going to be doing some reviews, some other stuff. I know I already had mentioned the SMOK ArcFox before, and I was one of the unlucky bastards that got a bad coil with it. And, well, I started one. I got a nice one here. I need to put some more light on the subject. Oh, you can't even see it. Well, needless to say, I've got the SCAR 18 and I've got the Rigel. Those are the next two that I'm going to be putting out a review on. But this TFV18 on the ArcFox, I mean, I think that is beautiful. Fits in that hand comfortably. Yeah, it's not quite as ergonomic as the Mag P3 because the pistol grip that was on here, I mean, I just love that pistol grip. It's why I spent $75 on another one. And I think you can pick them up for like $60 now. This one here, I think this is an $80 kit. The retail price, give or take. Taxes are going to drive them up depending on where you live and where you order it from, and shipping might be a cost unless you get it. Like I got this from Element and the shipping was free on it. And you did have to pay adult signature fee, but it's definitely worth the money I spent on it. I've really got my money's worth out of it so far, and I've only had the thing a week. I've had mods before that I bought that didn't last a week. I dropped them once and they're done. I've dropped this thing half a dozen times, which has me concerned about one other thing. SMOK, if you ever see this video, I want you to include one of those cock rings on your frickin' tanks. I saw it on your website because the tank overhangs the mod. It's wider than the mod. And if this falls, and it doesn't fall on carpet, you're gonna break the glass. And then what are your customers gonna do? They gotta go find somebody that carries your glass for the TFV18 tank. So, another thing. I wanna see all manufacturers, not just SMOK. I cut Aspire down for the same problem. Why are you only including one coil in your box? Put 2 of each coil in. Just in case one of them is bad, the customer can still try it out. Or the customer still has the opportunity to go to the store or find a vape store around them or order one through the mail if they can and wait for them to get the other coil. Because if you order this and don't order a box of coils because you're not sure whether you want to buy the single coil or dual coils and you want to try it first, be a good manufacturer, SMOK. You've upped your game. And this device, I am so impressed with it. It functions so much better than the Mag P3. And it is just as durable as that. But if this thing falls over, there's nothing protecting this glass. And you sell it on your website. Now, for you guys watching this, one of the complaints people have about this tank is the drip tip. Proprietary, not an 810. However, because I'm a regular Joe, I did go to their website and I checked it out, and they do sell different colored drip tips for this tank. There's a 7-color one, a black and blue one, a black and white one, a black and red one, and a golden black. And they're resin drip tips. So if you don't like the plain ordinary black drip tip and you buy the TFV18, you can get drip tips for this, if no other place, directly from the manufacturer. So, I got all excited and everything because I really do love this thing. I guess that wraps it up for me for today. I hope this review helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, djalex@hunkyvape.com, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. If you're not a sub, click the button below. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and a Hunky Vape is all you need to stay away from deadly combustible tobacco. Have a great day.